Hey, I got a IPA from a new brewery to me, Mill 77 Brewing in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And this one is Sunshine Daydream. Seems like it's one of their more commonly brewed IPAs, 6.5%. And I had this on tap, first time I ever had anything from this brewery, thought it was really good. And saw it at the store. This one is coming up on 2 months old. I have a feeling that it's probably the same batch I had on draft, but of course, a beer that's in a keg and refrigerated for almost 2 months is probably gonna be in better shape than a beer that's in a can. I don't know how long of its life it was refrigerated, but I thought I would give it a shot since I really liked it on draft. So it's uses New Zealand hops, and that's kind of all it really says. Oh, right here, Motueka, Rakau, Waimea, Nelson Sauvin. Yeah, Rakau and Waimea are ones that have been around for a while, but they're you see them used, but they're not as sexy as like Rawaka. And obviously Nelson and Motueka, probably the most well-known New Zealand hops. But I like Rakau more than Rawaka, and it's easy to get them mixed up. So that's got a very good haze, very pale. That's a good sign. And yeah, quite hazy, more than the double dry hop Trillium I just had. And poured it little bit hard. Bubbles are popping kind of fast, but I got some big soapy ones here. Is it going to develop into a dense head? We'll see. There's the can, pretty kind of boring can, I guess I'd say. They actually have the signatures of the brewers on there, which never seen that before. But I really hope this one's good. This might be next brewer that I like to buy, at least for like a Massachusetts hazy brewer. It's always nice when some brewery's actually doing it really well. Yeah, that might not have as much aroma as it did on draft. There's some of that Nelson in there, but it's kind of just like a generic sweet spicy thing. I'm getting a little more in from like ham. It's kind of a grape thing. But just like, I don't know, it's like it's something I've smelled before in IPAs. Kiwi, maybe it's like kiwi and melon, more like a honeydew. But maybe it's because of this mixture of hops. You don't see usually these four together, especially the Rakau and Waimea in there. And there's a little bit of like a lemon lime orange sherbet thing. But it's not bursting forth with fruit in the way you might expect. Mm. Yeah, unique. Pretty full body. Fuller body than the Trillium I had. Not much bitterness, a little sweetness, a little bit of like a vanilla white cake thing. Yeah, this brewery has an interesting house profile, like yeast character. It's not something I'm quite used to. It's a little bit woody, but I feel like this one's showing a little bit of age. It's not. There's just a little bit of a woodiness, and maybe it's toned down a bit, but it's still really good. And on the tongue, it's very full and soft. At least for 6.5%. A bit on the sugary side. That's where I'm getting this sort of like yellow cake flavor, which I don't mind. And yeah, this is one of the few Nelson beers where the Nelson's not popping out. Maybe in part because of the age. I'm not getting huge, spicy, fresh cut jalapeno type notes that I usually get. There's just it's almost like a white grape juice cakey thing with some citrusy edges and a little hint of a dank diesel thing. More in coming out of the can. Probably just get more of that as it warms. But the mouthfeel is really soft. It's not bubbly. There's not a bubbly bite to it. It's a really nice feel. It's not throat burning. And the way that malt sweetness comes through, like sometimes I complain about things that just taste like birthday cake, but I like the cakey that cake sort of thing, because it just has it's complex. There's also these subtle spiciness and interesting fruits that come out through. Excuse me. And really, we have this bit of foam and lacing happening. It's a nice feel, especially at 6.5%. It's giving you a lot more flavor. I guess the aroma wasn't explosive, but there's lots of flavor and body for 6.5. Mm-hmm. Like when you push your tongue through it, it's almost velvety. But the question is there a bunch of sediment at the bottom here that's developed over 2 months and very pale. You can see it developed a really nice head. You got the pretty dense head. Very drinkable. Yeah, this one's just maybe heading towards a bit more on the malty side, but I like that. The way it tastes, when it's like malty and it's like candy notes and it's all honey nut Cheerios, there's a little bit of a honey sweetness type thing. This is very nice. It was a little bit around draft. On draft, I would have given it like a 4.5. This is 4.25 at least. And the head's nice. Bubbles aren't popping too fast. It's like, yeah, really good carbonation feel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying more from this brewery. And I think they're pretty widely distilled in the Boston area. All right, bye.